Hey there viewers, it's Charlie. I'm back again with another Transformers review. And today's review is going to be on Legacy United Nucleous. Now, this guy is a heavy retool of Magnius. And, well, this guy looks almost entirely different from Magnius. Like, this guy pretty much did what Axle Grease did. Take the base mold and just entirely retool it so now it's an entirely new vehicle. Because of course Axle Grease was a retool of Scrap Hook, and instead of tow truck like what Scrap Hook was, she was some sort of cool muscle car. Whereas with this guy, instead of a rock pickup truck like what Magnus was, this guy's a stone version of the car that Homer built, I guess. I don't know. I mean, hey, I think it's just fun to let your imagination run wild on what this vehicle is. It's a rock-made, rocket-powered car of some sort. Yeah, let's just move on to the packaging. So, of course, we've got the standard United style of packaging. So, of course, we see the figure right there. Got Nucleous in his vehicle mode. And we've got some little rocks just flying off because he's going that fast. Of course, Infernac universe, as of all the armorizers. This side, we've got Nucleus about to beat someone's skull in. Got a close-up of his face, right there. This side, of course, we've got the standard mural. The back, got him in both modes. Of course, he can split apart, and he can form armor for other figures, such as Hotshot here. So we will see that later. And that's pretty much it for the box. And we're looking at the figure. Well, it's, I don't know what kind of rock this is. Quartz, maybe? But, well, it turns out, lore-wise, this guy is made out of nucleon. I mean, if the name wasn't obvious, this guy is meant to be made out of nucleon. You know, the substance which spawns the Action Masters. So, yeah. We have a freaking nucleon car here. And I quite like that because it sort of builds from Transformers lore. It's kind of like how Shards made it from Death Crystals, which was from an episode of the original show. Not sure about Magnus though. Maybe he's just from Cortex. I don't know. But well, looking at the details, well, of course, this guy is all white. It's probably based on an actual rock from real life, but I don't know what kind. I'm not a freaking geologist. I just know that it looks really cool. We've got these little bits sticking out the front. We've got where you plug in the little mallet thing for Magnus. These bits are painted silver, which looks really cool. As are the front wheels. We've got these two huge boosters, which are normally accessories, but I just decided to leave them on because, come on, freaking boosters. So we got that. Underneath, I mean, it's a folded up robot. I didn't know what you'd expect. Rolls quite well, actually. I mean, from the looks, he is meant to be the fastest armorizer so far. So I guess this does make sense. Like, you can roll the entire length of my desk. And can we fit blast effects into these little things? Yeah, we can slide these in, so it looks like he's speeding along, whatever planet these guys come from. Well, yeah, it kind of looks like there's ports in there, but you just have to just fit them in there and hope they stay. So it's kind of a loose connection. But yeah, that's pretty much it for the vehicle modes. And overall, I quite like this. I kind of like it a bit more than Magnus, actually. But well, speaking of, here he is with Magnus, so we can just see how much retooling they did. And they did a lot! Like, almost every single thing has been resculpted. Like, the hood section here, well, the windshield section, the hood section here, the front section, the wheel wells have been resculpted, the feet have been resculpted, which we'll see soon. He's got a new accessory. I think the only thing in vehicle mode that hasn't been resculpted is this section. Because, like, that looks the same, just now painted silver. I think the hand as well is the same, but aside from that, everything else entirely resculpted. So it's hard to tell that these are the same figure, just heavily retooled. So yeah, it's just like with scrapbook and axle grease. I just love these kinds of heavy retools because it's fun to. It's like a reverse spot the difference. It's spot the similarities. So yeah. And if you want to, you can start mix and match like the different stuff, but I'm not going to do that in this review. Instead, let's move on to the transformation. I'll show off how this guy can combine with other figures when we look at the robot mode. So, to get this guy transformed, well, it's going to start off by taking off these weapons. And you can see that, like, this one is actually a bit longer because this is the handle. So, there's a little hole in here that this goes into. And yeah, these just peg into here. But, well, these just combine like so. And now we've got this huge club weapon that he uses to, I guess, bonk people with. So just set that off to the side. This one is optional. This can just stay on his back, but I like to use this as a shield, so take this off as well. So to actually start, we're just going to take the back, just flip that out. Flip the feet down. Split the legs. Get the arms out. Get the fist down and just rotate that 90 degrees. So again, get the fist down and rotate it. Flip the head up. Get the front wheels. Push them in, and I just pinched my finger, but push the front wheels in so they form his chest. Then this entire hood section is just going to push in, just push down. And Nucleous, it's a bit trickier to do than it was on Magnus. There we go. So this just pushes down, and shoulders just tab in. And here we have Nucleous in robot mode. And yeah, that's quite a simple transformation. Of course, like they strayed from the taking the weaponized style figures apart for the transformation thing with the junkions, but like this transformation is quite simple, and the resulting robot mode, like even in robot mode, this guy looks heavily different from Magnius, which we'll see in the comparison. Well, just having a 360. I mean, the legs are kind of hollow, but you can take these off and just plug them into here if you want to do that, but I normally don't do that because I just play this guy from the front anyway. And well, looking at the head, of course the head's been resculpted, and well, it's kind of a unique head sculpt. Like, he's got a visor, he's got a mouth plate, which kind of looks Optimus Prime-esque. He's got these things sticking out his ears, he's got a freaking mohawk. So, yeah, that's quite the unique head sculpt. And if we just give him his accessories, starting off, we've got the shield, which you can hold if you want to, I don't know if there's like people attacking him. Of course, I don't know if the Infernac guys are meant to be good guys, bad guys, neutral. So, yeah, I don't know, but of course, the main weapon, his club. So, this guy more goes for melee attacks. So, he can just find someone who's annoying him and just bonk them to death. Although Hotshot seems to be putting up quite a fight. So yeah, there's no firearms in this guy. Just have a shield, he's getting like shot at, and this club, which he just hits people with, I guess. Although, of course, this guy being one of the armorizers, that's not all that he can do, because if I can just separate them quickly. Of course, I can rip the arms off, I can rip the back wheels off. Oh, there we go. I can rip his feet off and his shins. And be left with this. And of course, the main torso never used. We can just combine all this with someone. The instructions tell you to use Hotshot for this. And well, the instructions say to do this. So we set all this to the side. So we take the the arms and just orientate them in such a way. I can't really remember how you do it, but it's in some way. I'll just do it in a way that looks kind of cool. So just do the same with this arm. Take these off as well. And just plug these onto the top of Hotshot's shoulders. There we go. So now he's got added shoulder armor. These will plug into the bottoms of his legs, like so. Again, this just stays as a huge club weapon from the hold. These go unused. The shield plugs it into the shield just goes into the arm. If I can actually get this to plug in. There we go. And that's pretty much it. So here we have him combined with Hotshot. So yeah, the legs and the wheels don't really get used in this combination. Although I'm sure I can like find a way to integrate them. That's the whole gimmick with these guys anyway. Like, I don't know, maybe these could form like extra platforms or something. Just plug these in. Okay, no, that doesn't work. And the foot just came off the freaking mushroom joints. But anyway, yeah, got this weird looking combined mode for Hot Shots, which, of course, with that feet issue that I mentioned in Hot Shots review, he's going to stand like absolute shit now. And that's even if I try to get to correct the toes, because the club is definitely going to weigh him down. So, yeah. So, putting this guy back together, how does he look next to Magnus? Well, we can see a lot of heavy retooling here. Like, the shoulders have been retooled, the legs have been retooled, the feet have been retooled. I mean, with this guy's dark colors, it's pretty hard to see, but I don't think that the waist has been retooled. But yeah, pretty much most of the figure has been heavily resculpted. So, yeah. And honestly, these guys look quite good together. I just wonder if we'll get like a heavy retool of Shard into another character. I don't know. Now, one small thing I forgot to mention when combining this guy with Hot Shot, and it's not the fact that it makes him fairly top-heavy. Apparently, lore-wise, if you combine with Nucleous for too long, because keep in mind, this guy is made out of nucleon. If you combine with this guy for too long, apparently you lose the ability to transform. So effectively, he actually does make you an action master. Oh my god, that is hilarious. Well, finally, let's just move on to the articulation. So I'll just take the weapons off for this. I'll just put this onto his back quickly. So, head can go side to side. It can't go up and down though. The arms, full 360. You can T-pose. Elbows, bicep rotation. The wrists can rotate. They can curl up. Waist rotation. You can kick forward about that far. Back quite far. It's got a 90-degree knee there. Got a knee swivel. Can do the splits. Pivot about that far. And the feet can go forward. So yeah, not really as posable, but I mean he's made out of rocks, so what do you expect? And well, that's pretty much all I've got to say about this guy. So, complaints. pretty much most of the single players that I had with not Nucleus, Magnius. Although I do find that these come off quite easily. Like, it didn't happen in this review, Frank Primus, but it's still kind of annoying when it does happen. Like, on Magnius, those leg joints are actually kind of tight. But on this guy, they just come off really easily. Like, not falls off by themselves, but still, if you're messing with this guy, just be worried in case those fall off. But aside from that, pretty much the same complaints that I had with Magnius. So, yeah, I recommend this guy? Well, if you're a fan of the rock guys, then sure. I mean, they're kind of fun, combining them up. I mean, like, maybe someone has thought of a huge rock combiner by now, because we've got, like, this guy, Shard, Magnius. I think there's another retool that's coming with Thundertron soon, and two little motorcycle guys. I think you can sort of combine it together with that, but I don't know. But yeah, if you're a fan of these guys, then sure. But if you're not, then yeah, this won't be your cup of tea. But honestly, I think that this guy's pretty cool. I mean, he's meant to be a nucleon-powered vehicle, I guess. And the lore is, the lore is literally, he's made out of nucleon, and if you combine with him for too long, you'll lose the ability to transform out like the Action Masters. Like, I love that. So yeah, I'd say, if you want this guy, then sure, but if you don't, then yeah, that's entirely up to you. So yeah, this has been my review on Legacy United Nucleus, and this is Charlie Young, signing off.